Alright, so I'm back from a brief hiatus working on another project. I want to get started here with a blank folder, and we're going to create a Makefile, and we'll also create a source directory and just touch off a main.c. And so if we go into our Makefile, we need to set our install directory, and this is where you download the zip or tar package for the MMWAVE SDK, and we just point this to wherever you've installed it. Next, we're going to need our Mss Compiler, and that's going to be just the basic ARM R4 compiler. DSS would be the DSP compiler, so that's different, and we'll leave that for now. We'll create some includes, some defines, and we have our MSS options. Go ahead and fix this real quick, and then we will make just two targets. So we'll do an all and a clean that'll just remove our object files. And I had a screenshot for the folder here, but the resolution was horrible, so I'm just going to copy this in. This is for the compiler, which is in the CGT bin directory. And then we need some includes, and those are just going to be found in the MMWAVE SDK packages, where you have a lot of the modules, and the CGT include for the compiler. And we're going to need some defines. I'm going to create these real quick, and we can talk about them in a second, but this is telling our Makefile what chip we're using, which is going to include the proper headers. And then the second one is really not necessary for now, but we'll use it later. And then right here, we're going to need to add some compiler options, basically just telling the compiler what chip we're using. And so here is the silicon version. And now we'll just go ahead and add this all to our all target. So we want the compiler, the includes, the defines, and the options. And now obviously we need to add our source directory that we created. Right now it's just going to have one main file. So, and I do want to point out that this is not the best Makefile by any means. This is just something to get us going real quick. So we'll just create a wildcard for all C files and go ahead and add that to the target. And if we go ahead and just make this, it should work. And as you can see here, we have a object file, and we'll just do a make clean real quick, get rid of that. And then I noticed something in the options kind of stood out. These two, I want to go look in the documentation because I think that might be just an alias, obviously with the same thing on the equal side. Still don't know why this resolution is not coming up that great, but just going into the compiler documentation and looking at compiler options, and it does say right here, it's hard to see that the MV is just an alias. So I'm gonna go ahead and just remove that, and we should have kind of our base just build system, Makefile, source directory, and we'll be able to go from here.